I'm gonna change the grade. You're gonna get a temporary license.
Woo!
So you do need to like go to the office in Saskatchewan, New Jersey. I'm gonna change the grade from an F, but like this is temporary, and if it's cool, if it's fine, then I would like to just go back to just being regular Gregors and like the goofy
You
dude.
can do it, but you have to get baptized by Chili first.
Yes.
Baptized, baptized, baptized. Get over here. Come here.
Request the vegan one.
Give it up for Gregor who's going to get baptized by Chili. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Come here. We got a headliner. Hurry up. It's pretty hot. Give it up for Gregor! That's a better hand. All right, guys, we are at the end of the mic right now. Are you guys ready for your headliner? I need more energy than that. We've made it this far. Are you ready for your headliner? All the way from Tulsa, Oklahoma, one of my favorite comics that tours. Please give it up for Peter Bedgood.
Hi, everybody. It's great to be here. I love Wichita. You know, the first thing I did when I got here to Wichita is I went to Jurassic Art. Have you guys been there? That guy that does all the welded dinosaurs and the... Yeah, go pay old Phil Brinkley a visit. Tell him Peter sent you. I'm Peter Bedgood. I'm from Tulsa. It's I just bring this. I'm sorry, I'm not very good at guitar, but that's okay because I'm not funny either. So it's like they cancel each other out. People are like, man, he is a shitty guitar player, and other guys like, oh, but he was so unfunny too. You know, it throws him off the trail. It's like a double negative. There's math involved now. It doesn't even matter. I don't need to plug it in. It's just, it's a nervous twitch. This was my friend Jerry's guitar. Jerry could roll a joint while he rode a bicycle, and Jerry could play the guitar while he rode a bicycle. And his secret was wrecking. So on Spotify, when you're listening to Spotify, like they want you to buy the premium so they get money, and the premium has no ads. So the ads that they're playing are designed to make you hate them enough to pay money to not listen to them. So like, can you imagine being the band that Spotify comes to and they're like, we think you'd be perfect for one of our ads. People would pay big bucks to never hear you again. We will pay dearly. So Jeffrey Epstein, right? So, someone was talking about him on the news, and they're like, man, Jeffrey Epstein, I want to know, where did he get all this money? And I'm like, oh, I don't know. A guy who has, like a dozen of the world's wealthiest oligarchs videotaped being on, it's got to be worth something, if I returned your Blockbuster tapes before a fine was due, you'd get, kick me something for the gas money. Here's Epstein with like a whole library full of like, that tells you where the money came from. Like the money is so good, like that should be a major in college. Like but it would be a minor though. What? I get it. You guys are terrible. Yeah, it just has my set list on top. That's the only reason I have this guitar. It's like nervous twitching. People can have a Labrador on a plane. I can have a guitar at a bar. Very soothing. It's a Chihuahua. Man, I do love dogs appropriately. Appropriately. I've been doing comedy so long, I've got a joke in any letter you could name. You could just throw out any letter and I would have a joke in that letter.
V.
I heard someone say H. So I was watching television recently at 3 o'clock in the morning, and this commercial came on, and it said, "Do you suffer from hesitancy?" And I was like, Suffer? I'm not a very smart person. Until recently, I thought enlarged prostate was something to brag about. I used to use it as a pickup line. I'd be like, "Hey, baby, guess whose prostate is enlarged for you? How about the 3 of us go get an emergency room somewhere?" Why do you think that's stupid? Listen to this. I just finally saw the movie Titanic, but I saw it on a busted VHS tape that only played backwards. Turns out it's actually a happy story about 1,500 people floating out in the middle of the North Atlantic Ocean when out pops this boat from nowhere and starts sucking everyone on board. And then it takes them to a parade. And Leonardo DiCaprio loses his ticket and becomes a gambler. It's funny because it's true. I saw the sign that said, "Do not drive into smoke." And I was like, is that a real problem? Are people just, what the hell happened? I don't know, Sarge. He was just driving and then into smoke. Make a sign. While you're at it, make a sign that says strong winds may exist. Because I got a sinking suspicion they do. I had a time machine joke, but you guys didn't like it. Right on. That's the appropriate time for a standing ovation, if ever. Until recently, I thought that L'Oreal. No, man, I already told that joke. And sometimes mushrooms kick in right in the middle of a set, and it's just like, whoa! It's like when you're on an elevator and you do that. I love hallucinogenics so much. I love hallucinogenics so much, and I'm dyslexic. So whenever my apartment complex advertised free DSL for everyone, I was like, man, I am moving in here. Now, I thought I'd be a good LSD dealer. I bought 500 hits for $1,000. I figure if I sold all these at $5 a hit, that's like $3 profit on a 1,000 period, profit. And but like, fast forward 3 months later, and I have one hit of acid I have to sell for $1,000. You might ask, where did that go? And I say, me. But I do remember it was a very productive summer. I watched this. There was this moment where there was this couple making sweet love in the quad of this apartment, and I was on the second floor just watching them all night long. They were just really going to town, you know. And as the sun rose up, I saw that they were a trash bag and a barbecue pit. So, like, that's my just say no portion of the show. I need you all to sign something from my parole officer to tell him I did that. I'm not smart. Like, some things sound like they're fun, but they're not fun. Some things sound like they're not fun, but they are fun. Like Crotch Rocket doesn't sound like fun, but supposedly it is a blast in a good way. But like waterboarding, that sounds like a good time. You know, like who doesn't want it? This summer, Peter Mayer, Danny DeVito, waterboarding. Adam Sandler. Or like being a person of interest. Like I've always wanted to be an interesting person. I've always wanted to be a kind of person walking down the street and someone says, "Hey, he looks like a person of interest. Let's take him waterboarding." You know? I've always wanted to do that. Who here likes morning sex? Really? Like so you like to get it on while just recently getting over like a loved one's death? I'm into that too. No, I'm not sexual at all. I'm not. I have kids. It sounds like a disease, and it's similar. Like a lot of people sit in circles going, "I have kids." John, hi John, I have kids, and like I've noticed, like if you have kids, like it's not a lot like having a car. Like you can only ignore the check engine light so many times before you will find yourself in need of a professional on the side of a highway. And you know, if that happens to you, don't make the mistake I did. Don't call AA when you mean to call AAA. Because if you call AA, they'll send someone out to help you fix your car, but it'll take like 9 months, and then you gotta apologize, and you gotta you gotta call all the people whose cars they fucked up. I don't care, PVC, Sony, Panasonic, I don't fucking care. I will not stand stereotypes. Well, Christmas is coming up. You know what that means, Santa Claus. I personally don't believe in Santa Claus. I know he's real. I don't mean that. Of course he's real. I just mean I don't believe in him. Like if he was trying to make a three-pointer, I'd be like, he's not gonna make it. I've noticed that women can become bitter when you ruin their lives. I'm so poor, man. I'm so poor. It's all my own fault. I got a shitty job selling non-essential oils and I can only afford secondhand smoke. I'm so poor. The other day I was using a Q-tip and then I was looking at the results and I was like, I'm not made of money. That's going back in the box. That's not really that dirty. Oh, I'm sorry. Queen Elizabeth over here. Here's one you'll get. So like when I was a kid, I was scared to death of Gloria Estefan and the Miami Sound Machine because I was convinced the rhythm really was going to get me. I saw this sign, it said, hitchhikers may be escaping convicts. And I was like, oh man, I gotta help these people. Like, get in here, all of you! Why are you all wearing orange? Why are they after you? Wait a second. I always try to look on the bright side, you know, because my mama didn't raise no crybaby. My foster mother did. My friend called me the other day. He said, Peter, he calls me Peacer sometimes, whenever he's been drinking too much. He'll call me Peacer. So my friend called me. He said, Peter, I've recently come into some money. And I said, friend, this is a picture I do not need in my head. Saw the sign that said DUI classes. I was like, are you going to teach me how to DUI? Because that's why I'm here. I know how to do that. What's that class look like? He's like, get in the car. We're gonna go to my ex-wife's house. I saw this sign that said concealed weapons classes. I'm like, I could teach that. It's a gun, you hide it, class dismissed. It'll be $75. I used to work for Amtrak. So the TSA put up these signs that said, if you see something, say something. And I was like, oh shit, this job just got a whole lot harder. Shoes, shirt, purse, lady, wig, dog, bird, terrorist, backpack, cat, taxi, wheelchair. Wait a second. Go back a couple things. You're not supposed to have cats. It's been real fun being in Wichita. I have these products out here that I sell. They're Okie shirts, because I thought, you know, when you go to Wichita, Kansas, what people can't get enough of are shirts about other fucking states. So you should definitely invest in doing that. Because I'm a good business person. I read this one book, it was Business for Dummies, but it only went to chapter 11, so I think that's a bad sign. I'm not good with, but I invest a lot in that book on tape. So, yeah, thank you so much for having me out, and thank you for the chili, and thank you for letting me pee in a bathroom where the door don't close, and you guys come down to Tulsa and say hi anytime. I'm Peter Bedgood on Facebook and Instagram. I'm P. Bedgood. Thank you very much, guys.